Hey guys, it's your tech girl Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So for today, pag-uusapan natin itong smartphone na to. Actually, sobrang hype nitong Nothing Phone 1 the past few days. Kung makikita nyo naman sa TikTok and even on Instagram, a lot of you guys are requesting a full review video. Hindi ko magawa agad-agad. Of course, one, I have to experience the phone muna, and two, naka-embargo siya. So ngayon pa lang kami pwedeng mag-upload. So, yeah, ito na ang pinaka nire-request nyo. Itong Phone 1, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, is actually the very first smartphone from the brand Nothing. And pangalawang product naman siya overall sa kanilang mga ni-release. So, technically, talagang baby or new pa lang yung brand nila. But, yung owner ng brand Nothing, guys, who is Carl Pei, is one of the co-founder of OnePlus. So, talaga namang hindi rin siya bago sa industry. Noong July 18, guys, nagkaroon ng limited drop yung Nothing, and here in the Philippines, they collaborated through Commonwealth. And I think nag-sold out siya within the day. But don't be disappointed kasi yung Nothing Phone 1 naman, guys, sa mga hindi naka-purchase that day, this will be available through Digital Walker. So yes, by August 1, makakapag-purchase na kayo, and meron siyang dalawang variants. We got the 8GB, 128GB of internal storage. That one retails for 27,990 pesos, and isa lang yung pagpipilian nyo with that, which is the color black. And yun yung meron tayo right now. We also have a higher variant, which is 8GB of RAM na merong 256GB of internal storage. That one retails for 29,990 pesos, and meron kayong dalawang choices of colors. We got black and white. Sa mga hindi nakapanood ng ating unboxing on TikTok, this is how the box of the Nothing Phone 1 looks like. Obviously, we got the black colorway, kaya naman din yung kanyang pinaka-packaging is also black. Yung kanyang pinaka-box, guys, is not your typical or traditional packaging na nakikita natin sa ibang smartphones. As you can see, sa gilid natin siya bubuksan, and yup, sira na siya agad once na, ayan, yung pinaka-cover niya. Ganyan ang itsura niya, guys, pag nasira nyo na. Kumbaga parang nag-unbox kayo ng box of chocolates. We only got the USB Type-C cable and of course yung ating paperworks. Actually, meron siyang panundot. Maganda yung panundot niya, transparent, kaso nawala ko. Sadly. Alam ko ang lahat ng videos that you will be seeing right now are focused sa kanyang glyph or even, you know, yung kanyang pinaka-OS or of course, the overall design. Well, pag-uusapan pa rin naman natin yan later on, but for today, this video is really more focused on its camera performance. The Nothing Phone 1 has a dual 50 megapixels rear camera, and meron din siyang 16 megapixels front camera. Actually, that's what I really like about the camera hardware of the Nothing Phone 1. Kumbaga, alam niyo yun, andun yung mga usual na ginagamit natin for everyday scenarios. And for its price naman, again, it's a mid-range device. So, I really won't be expecting na magkaroon siya ng telephoto lens for as long as it has an OIS sa kanyang pinaka-main camera, which this phone actually has. Itong sensor na to, guys, is the same sensor na makikita natin sa Oppo Find X5 Pro and even on the Xiaomi 12. Yung device, it's been with me over a week na, guys. So, actually, halos 10 araw na nga. And I must say, camera performance is actually quite good. Most reviews I've seen kasi, guys, way before nung unang lumabas itong device na to, it was a bit underwhelming daw. Again, to each their own. Unang-una, yung kanyang mismong shutter when taking photos is actually fast and snappy. Yung mismong camera application niya din is actually quite simple. Walang adjustment masyado na nangyari from my end when it comes to using the interface. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron siyang tatlong camera toggles. We got 1x, 2x, and of course, the ultra-wide camera. And it can also, as well, zoom digitally up to 20 times. On the upper left corner, meron tayong flash button. On this part, pwede nating i-turn on or turn off yung flash or turn on the glyph fill lights. So, totoo lang, yung Glyph Interface, guys, that works as a fill light when taking photos or videos. It gives me a softer, cooler light source to work with. But again, it only works best kapag medyo closer shots yung kinukunan natin. Sa uppermost part ng ating camera menu, you can see an arrow. Dito guys, we can access of course the ratio. It also has a motion photo setting, the 12 or 50 megapixels option. And of course, meron tayong camera settings. I know na wala tayong macro camera or dedicated dito sa Nothing Phone 1, but the macro mode utilizes the ultra-wide camera. Now, in terms of the night mode, wala siyang specific setting na pwede nating of course i-turn on or turn off sa mga typical Android devices. When shooting in dark places, katulad ng mga iPhones, may lalabas tayo na moon icon sa lower right corner. Especially if you wanna take long exposure shots, click lang natin yung icon na yon. By the way, the location of the Google Lens is located sa left side ng ating shutter button. Okay, so now na may idea na kayo sa itsura, of course, ng ating camera menu or camera layout for the Nothing Phone 1, kamusta yung real-world performance niya? So, totoo lang, when taking photos of close-up objects, maganda yung level of bokeh niya. Very capable enough yung ating main camera. It has good level of detail. And for me lang naman, I think most people will be more than satisfied sa kanyang mismong performance. Unlike Samsung photos, medyo mas less din yung saturation dito. Again, the photos are not flagship level but not to the point na disappointing sila. Now, in terms of ultra-wide, medyo downgrade ng konti yung performance compared to the main camera kahit na parehas sila na merong 50 megapixels. I guess mas weaker lang yung color and details dito. But the field of view, in fairness naman guys, it has 114 degrees, meaning you will really capture whatever is in front of you, unlike other mid-range devices na merong ultra-wide camera na mas mababa yung field of view. As per the front camera, again, yung location ng ating punch hole is on the upper left corner. Photos are okay, pero I don't know, I noticed na mas saturated yung mga selfies natin as compared doon sa ating mga shots taken by its rear cameras. Andun yung detail and again, natural naman tignan yung ating mga skin tone. But when it comes to green and the red tones, medyo mas angat sila. As for video recording guys, yung phone 1, it captures 1080p at 60 fps or 4K at 30 fps. And since meron nga siyang OIS and EIS, it does a very competent job. Although, when taking videos guys, we cannot really switch between wide and ultra-wide or even the rear camera and the front camera. Something that I am always looking for sa video capability ng mga mid-range devices. Okay, so now na alam nyo na yung real-world camera performance ng Nothing Phone 1, let's talk about naman yung kanyang Glyph Interface. Sa mga hindi po nakakaalam what is Glyph Interface, ito yun. It's the lights behind the phone. Basically guys, the white lines that you see dito sa kanyang likod are LEDs na of course nagpapailaw or designed to light up yung pinaka-rear panel ng phone. For me, no, in terms of my usage for the past few days, I would say very bright yung kanyang ilaw. Very nakakaagaw pansin, no? Specifically yung color black na kulay ng smartphone. Buti na lang na we can adjust yung level of light niya sa settings. Meron siyang 20 styles of glyph as of now, 10 for ringtones and 10 for notification alerts. And you can assign them guys sa iba't ibang contacts and alert sounds. As you can see, there is a setting called flip to glyph. This feature guys will automatically silence yung notifications natin when we turn the phone over. Helpful to pag ayaw nyo ng maingay na tunog but still gusto nyong malaman na may na-receive kayong notifications. Aside from this, meron din kayong status indicator kapag nag-charge yung inyong smartphone. Meron din siyang red light kapag tayo ay nagre-record ng video. What I really like sa overall Glyph interface action niya is the fact that you won't even think that this phone is from the brand Samsung or even Apple. So yes, it really makes the phone stand out. Also, very resemblance din siya guys, specifically sa iPhone 12, katulad ng nakita nyo sa ating TikTok, probably because of the phone one's straight-sided metal frame, rounded corners, and a very flat front and back and the dual rear camera placement. And yup, transparent yung device, kaya nga kung mapapansin nyo, kitang-kita yung ibang components ng device like of course the screws and the ribbon cables beneath the phone. Yes, good news yung likod nitong Nothing Phone 1 guys is Corning Gorilla Glass 5. Although, yun nga lang, yung color black is a very fingerprint magnet. But anyway guys, yung phone, it has a dual stereo speakers. Meron tayong down-firing and of course, yung isa naman ay coming from the earpiece. Alam kong medyo mahaba na yung video natin, but again, it will be worth it. The Nothing Phone 1 has a 6.55-inch Full HD Plus OLED panel. It also has a 120Hz refresh rate along with an HDR10 Plus and 10-bit color support. So, totoo lang no guys, it's actually rare na makakita ng bezels na pantay all around. Again, on a smartphone priced at this point. Some smartphones like, for example, Samsung Galaxy A73, mas malaki yung chin nun, pero manipis naman yung ibang parts ng bezels. As of the moment, guys, maganda yung pag-stream ng video ko sa kanya. Hindi rin kulang yung brightness, specifically pag ginagamit ko outdoors. Laking tulong din, guys, that we have a dynamic option for the refresh rate para mas maging power efficient siya. Again, the display is very, very flat, katulad ng nakikita natin sa mga latest iPhones. For a phone na priced at this range, this has one of the best haptic feedbacks na na-experience ko din. And that includes flagship phones. So I'm guessing kahit papano guys, nakuha niya yung isa sa mga paborito ko sa mga OnePlus smartphones. Speaking of what I like about, of course, OnePlus phones, alam naman natin na maganda yung UI nila. It is very clean and near stock Android kahit na nakipag-collab sila with ColorOS. With the Nothing Phone 1 software, it is actually near stock Android as well. Nung unang bukas ko ng smartphone na to, wala talagang kahit na anong applications. Except yung mga talagang kailangan lang natin like of course settings, camera, Google Smart Apps, Play Store. Actually, wala nga siyang gallery but it has Google Photos. Medyo similar yung Nothing OS sa mga nakikita natin sa mga Google smartphones. Although, of course, may mga need pa rin na mangi-improve dito sa kanyang operating system. And may mga iba ring absent na features na present sa ibang, of course, smartphones like one-handed mode na malaking tulong din sa overall user experience, of course. Lalong-lalo na, no, again, that the phone is a bit big. Nag-promise din sila, guys, for 3 years of operating system updates and 4 years of security updates, making the phone more appealing, no? And of course, mas may value for money sa kanya because of that longevity. As for other specifications na kailangan nyong malaman, katulad of course ng chipset and battery, it has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G Plus chipset, and again, paired with an 8GB of RAM. So yes, etong device na to guys is also 5G ready na. Kaya tayo may plus sa kanyang chipset is because the phone is capable of wireless and reverse wireless charging support. In terms of the overall performance and of course multitasking na tong Nothing Phone 1, wala akong masyadong naging problema sa kanya. It's really more on the software optimization side, which is again kinda given and hindi naman siya unusual for a startup brand. As per the battery life and of course charging, the Nothing Phone 1 has a 4,500 mAh battery. And during my experience, it has never failed me to get through the day. Meaning guys, hanggang sa gabi bago ako matulog, hindi naman siya agad namamatay sa akin. Despite it, again, having a Glyph Interface. Medyo marami yung nagsasabi kasi na it will really affect the battery life. Buti na lang meron siyang bedtime schedule. Malaking tulong to guys kasi nga syempre tulog naman tayo no kapag madaling araw and we don't really need the Glyph Interface. I know walang kasamang power brick sa loob ng box which kinda makes me sad because again, we are talking about a mid-range device. But this phone naman supports up to 33 watt of fast charging. So yup, when it comes to the charging time, it really depends on the power brick na gagamitin nyo. But of course, to best experience faster charging speed, you have to have a fast charging brick. So, ito na, end na ng video natin, no? Matatapos. Tapos na tayo and pasensya na again. if it is quite long. Ito lang naman ang tanong, no? Worth it ba tong phone na to or hype lang? Again, hindi ko naman kayo masisisi kung medyo matatakot kayo knowing that this is their very first smartphone. Kung hindi natin isasama sa final verdict ko yung, of course, yung hype niya na Glyph Interface. For me, it's a really good mid-range Android device. You are getting a really nice display, a very versatile camera, and again, a very unique transparent design. So yes, it really is a good all-arounder. I also like the fact, guys, that the brand started with a mid-range specs, of course, with a mid-range price. Is it just a hype? Sa totoo lang, unang-una sa lahat, kudos to the brand Nothing for really hyping the phone dahil it really is effective. Most people are also very curious sa performance ng device. And pangalawa, I like the fact that they actually partnered with Commonwealth, a very hyped retailer who also sells hype shoes and even clothing. But again, at the end of the day, it's your typical mid-range device na may umiilaw na likod. That's just it. Nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, that's basically it. Sumasakit na yung panga ko. Again, it's your tech girl Mary, and see you on our next video. Bye guys!